Hi Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, and Venus. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing a love reading for you. Now, whenever this reading finds you is the exact moment that Spirit wants you to hear it. Now, if this reading resonates with you, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me out tremendously, so thank you so very much for doing so. And if you're interested in a private reading, a private personalized meditation, a healing, or a gift card, check out my website, daneharttarot.com. It's linked in the description box below. So let's see what the tarot has to say. We have the Ace of Swords that popped right out, angels and spirit guides. Show me clearly. We have, the Devil, Justice, the King of Pentacles, the Seven of Swords, angels and spirit guides, the Eight of Swords, angels and spirit guides. Show me clearly. Scorpio, that's you, the Death card, the Hangman, the Hierophant, ooh, and the Seven and the Ten of Wands. Ooh, nice. Okay. Just give me a moment. All right, Scorpio. So this is a very honest reading. It's a little bit blunt, so do bear with. Okay. So at the heart of it all is the Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords is God's source spirit, however you see the divine, the universe, handing you a gift of knowledge, of understanding, of clarity, of insight, a power of voice, a power of mind, a power of communication, stories, kind of like the stories of things, whether that be through art or through music, that's going to have a really big importance to you. And a person's stories are going to have a big importance to you. So just knowing that, and also the way that you connect, you're going to fall in love with somebody first, like through words, through the mind, and then you'll be like, wow, I really fancy this person. So just be aware of that. There's a gift of the mind coming forward, a gift of words and connection and insight. And it brings us to the challenge, which is Capricorn energy. We also have the King of Pentacles in the past. So you could have had a bad relationship with a Capricorn, right? Time frame December 22nd to January 19th, or somebody who was very, very rigid, especially around money. Okay, very controlling around money. It could have been a relationship that you were in. It could have been a relationship that you witnessed when you were little. And you're like, I'm never having that. Like, not for me. No, thank you. So be aware of that deeper issues come forward when it comes to love and trust, that you're like, what? That's not my burden to carry. And yet there's a sense here of you're releasing it. During this time, you're releasing it and you're freeing yourself. And it can even be from a past life. So just being aware of that. If there has been this sense of like trust issues, or the sense of like, I don't want anybody telling me what to do type of thing, that's really where it's coming from. And it also is this challenge of embracing the chaos of love, that, hearts can be broken and people can leave and things can, fall apart. But the chaos of love can also be absolutely beautiful, that you don't know when you'll be caught in the rain and get to laugh and dance and just have fun, just be beautiful in moments. So, there's a sense of not wanting the chaos because we don't want all the bad things. But also if we sit there and we cut ourselves off from love, right? We also don't get all the really good things. So just being aware of that is going to be super important during this time. Justice. At the root of everything is justice, of things coming into balance, of things being just and fair, but also you learning to be just and fair, Scorpio, to yourself, and being like, this is what I want. This is what I need in my life. This is where I'm headed. This is also Libra energy. Time frame is September 23rd to October 22nd. So justice, balance, insight, understanding, very, very, very important here. It's being fair to yourself, and it's showing yourself grace. It's also cutting through a lot of lies, and you're going to see that as being a very important, very powerful energy as we're moving forward. I hope you cannot hear all the craziness that's going on outside. Give me just a minute to close. Oh, I can't close the window. Okay, so we're good. I hope you can't hear it. It moves us then to the King of Pentacles. And the King of Pentacles is the energy that we're moving away from. And this energy here with the King of Pentacles is somebody who was very controlling when it comes to money, or when it comes to wealth, or when it comes to anything that you value as much as money. Anything that you gave worth to, they tried to destroy in one way or another. And so just acknowledging that toxicity is going to be very important. This is Earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. This can also just be that you're getting out of a relationship with an Earth energy that you don't vibe with, and you are kind of annoyed at them. They don't have to be terrible, but they can be. It means that they go after what you really value, and they try to take it from you, to have it as theirs. It brings us then to your strength, is the Seven of Swords. Now, you're a truth seeker, okay? You call out people's BS. And this is something that is one of your greatest strengths, but it is also something that hasn't always felt like a strength. It could feel ostracizing, or it can make things more difficult. So just being aware of that. You're letting go of toxicity that you don't want. You're moving forward in knowledge that is sacredly important to you. You have support on your side, which can also be your angels and your spirit guides, and they are helping you to move forward in this beautiful way, but it doesn't always feel like they're lightening up the load, right? Because you're carrying this big burden, or this big bundle, and they're only carrying one little sword, but they're also little here. So it's like what they're doing is really hard work for them. So this can also be a person that isn't always as helpful as you would like them to be, or doesn't always get it, right? Doesn't always see it, but they're helping you as much as they can. Now, this is where you need to be mindful of, Scorpio, is that the near future is the Eight of Swords. You are going to have a tendency to play things over and over and over again in your mind, get caught in your thoughts. So being aware of this is going to be super important during this time, because this is a minor arcana card. We can just kind of skip past this one and move forward. We can find that we overanalyze things. We're moving to a time where we're kind of hypercritical about ourselves, about what we want, about how we're moving forward, about what we're looking for. And then there's a sense here of calling ourselves out and freeing ourselves from that knowledge and from that pain and from that hurt and from that overwhelm. So being aware of this is going to be important. Being aware that we're entering into a time, especially when it comes to love, where we'll put everything on our shoulders. We also see that with the 10 of Wands, where it's like, oh, I'll take that on. Oh, well, I'll just kind of like burden myself with this and burden myself with this until, I'm carrying everything and I just can't move anymore. And it moves us then to the Death card. And the Death card is you, Scorpio. And I know that, I always look at the Death card and the Devil card. Actually, I think the Devil card is way worse of an imagery. But for Capricorn, I'm like, that's rude. And the Death card can also be rude because, death is spooky, right? But this is transformation. This is what the Death card is. It is transformation. It is a dying away of the old self. It's a rebirth of the new. It's a really, really beautiful, beautiful card. And you're going to see yourself connecting with spirit. But the advice for this time is to be you, is to not, kind of like try to be anybody else for anybody else, is to really sit there and say, this is me. This is what I want. This is how I'm moving forward. And be connected with spirit and let that guide you forward. Okay? Having somebody who is in your life, in a romantic relationship, who is disconnected from spirit is going to be rather toxic for you. So be aware of that. It moves us then to the environment. You're seeing everything so differently than you have seen it. And you can really be like, oh, I'm wrong, right? Everybody else is right. I'm wrong. But as long as you're moving forward in love and kindness, as long as you're walking gently on this earth and you do no harm, why are you wrong? Move forward with the healing grace that is in your heart and that is powering your soul. You're stepping into a different world. You're stepping into a different way of being. And you're going to see that your heart calls to things differently than it has called to things before. And it moves you then to the hope and the fear of the Hierophant. Now, this is Taurus energy. This is still Earth sign energy. Time frame April 20th to May 20th. You like somebody who is grounded and stable and steady. You just don't want to be controlled. So being aware of that. Some people want to be told what to do. They like that in a relationship and they seek it out. You don't. So being able to say that is going to be really important. It's also going to be the sense of like, this is what's sacredly important to me. This is how I need this person and this energy to show up in my life. And this is also how I need to show up for myself. That's going to be important here as well. With the Hierophant, you are going to see that you can fear kind of setting your own boundaries and really embracing your own rules. And it's also a sense like this is a major kind of marriage card. You might fear marriage, even though it could be something that you are working towards. You might say never again, you might not be working towards it. But here, there is a sense of commitment can be scary and overwhelming. So just even acknowledging that, and also, kind of knowing that you are beautifully lovable and connecting with love and with grace and with beauty, opening up the doors, that's going to be a really, really important thing. It moves us then to the 10 of Wands. And the 10 of Wands is the fact that you've carried burdens for just way too long. You have a tendency to take things on, Scorpio, and be like, oh, okay, I'll do this. Oh, okay, I got that. Okay, I'll just put more and more on my back. And you're done with it. You're done with it. You're putting down what you are carrying, and you are creating something absolutely astounding for your life, for yourself, and for what it is that you want. And you've come to a completion of a cycle when it comes to your passion, when it comes to your fire, when it comes to your creativity. You're owning your space and you're owning yourself more. And that is absolutely beautiful. It moves us then to Spirit's message, angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. And this is centered. Be centered. Find your center, embrace your center. That is going to be super important for you, just to calm and center yourself. It moves us then to the chakra energy, angels and spirit guides. This one, inspiration. This is the sacral chakra. The sacral chakra is where our creative and sensual energy is held. Letting yourself be inspired, letting yourself be creative, letting yourself be sensual in your own body. It doesn't have to be within a relationship. It can be just loving the skin that you're in and really adoring yourself. That can be the sensuality that you are embracing here. It moves us then to the energy to be mindful of during this time. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. This is the King of Cups, emotional manipulation. This is water sign energy, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. You can also be your own worst enemy. So just kind of like call it out because you have a tendency to be in your own head. And I'm not picking on you at all. This is just a very blunt and to the point reading. And it's like, okay, Spirit, let's calm it down, because Spirit wants you to move forward in the greatest of happinesses, like seriously, and wants you to embrace a new world, a new way of seeing things, a new sense of self and power and connection. Even if you're in a relationship and you're like, okay, what does this have to do with me? You're coming out of a time that was difficult, and you're stepping into a time of embracing your heart. You are also totally done with people who are emotionally manipulative. You can think like, oh, they share their emotions, they're so great, we're connecting, right? They're connecting with me. But there's also somebody who's sharing just enough to be super manipulative and super, chaos in your life. It moves us then to the subconscious spirit message, and this is radiant. Let yourself shine, let the radiance come forward. Our subconscious chakra message is rebirth. That's the death card here. That's what you're all about, is transformation and rebirth. This is the Earth Star chakra located 6 inches below your feet. You are being reborn. You are stepping into your power. It moves us then to the subconscious energy to be mindful of. That's the 9 of Pentacles. Being mindful of, kind of always looking to the past and always looking to the future and not being in the right here, the right now. It's going to be so important to show up and be your own greatest cheerleader right now. And it moves us then to the subconscious tarot message, and that's the universe. The universe is opening up to you. You're seeing so much more than you ever thought of, and you're not being constrained, because here she's this, diaphanous being made of snow and of air, and nothing is holding her back. And that's what you're embracing, the sense of freedom, the sense of connection, and the sense of beauty shining forward. And as you do so, you're releasing fears that held you back, that kept you small, Scorpio. And you're stepping into a power of being in self that not too long ago felt like it could never happen, like it would never be. And so you're claiming something really, really beautiful right now. All right, Scorpio, I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Bye.